KUGAN CASSIUS IFL TV, MTK Global in Manchester today, joined by Mr. Eddie Hearn and Luke Campbell, MBE. Still MBE?
Oh, he hasn't had it taken away yet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Right,
You don't get me free upgrades on aeroplanes. So.
Does it?
Nah,
what does it actually get you then?
I don't know. Nothing,
Have you ever
really.
tried to find out?
Nothing. I've tried it at an airport, didn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you should get one.
No, you should. You believe that you should have had one by now.
No, I believe my dad
Yeah,
should
I'll
have.
be out, yeah.
No, not yet. No. Don't
Do you not
actually
think? Yeah. Just services
I
the
think my
boxer.
dad should get one for services to sport.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree.
Not yet.
Just for being a geezer?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well,
All right,
so
son.
you should get one.
No. No. Anyway, let's move on.
Services to terrible clobber.
Would you want one?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're proof that you can have all the money in the world. It doesn't mean anything, does it? Really? You've wore some horrendous things.
Mate,
Listen,
the moment you start talking to me about sartorial elegance is the moment we never... What is this? What is that jacket?
why? What does it matter what it is?
What's-
See, straight away.
What does that say? Led Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Straight away. What is it? What is it? See?
No. What brand?
What, yeah. What is
I don't
it?
care
What is it,
brand
mate?
is, I'm
What is
just
it,
saying.
mate?
How
It's
is
Don't worry.
Def Leppard.
Yes,
says
mate.
that
It is.
stuff.
Yeah. But good banter,
Anyway,
Ed.
yeah.
Anyway, about Luke.
Yeah.
It's about the fighter, not the promoter, by the way.
I was more bothered about your jeans.
Yeah, terrible.
What are they?
Yeah.
Like you've
So-
got black.
oh,
Luke,
grey,
you're
and
from
then
Hull.
black.
Be quiet, please. All right. Anyway, Luke.
What's wrong with
Hull.
Hull? What's wrong with
Love
Hull?
Hull. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You're isolating your viewers from Hull
Yeah.
now, are you?
No.
Okay.
got
Anyone
a good
watching
friend-
IFL who is from Hull, I think it's time to switch subscriptions to
Loyal.
Boxing
I love
Social.
Hull.
In Hull.
Boxing Social is now massive in Hull.
Big up Hull. Anyway, update for Mr.
Yeah,
Campbell.
next week we'll have an announcement. Everyone, we've seen the discussions. He's going to be fighting Javier Fortuna for the WBC lightweight world title. So, looks like it's going to land on April 17th in Maryland. Big card there. Hooker Pro Grey, Campbell Fortuna, Brackhouse against McCaskill, and other bits and pieces to be added. So, finally gets a fight that he'll go into as a slight favourite because it's a tough fight. Fortuna's a good fighter, very good fighter. But having fought Linares in LA and having fought Lomachenko, he gets Fortuna now. It's a massive fight for his career because that division right now is red hot. You know, the winner is supposed to fight Devin Haney, which is a fight Luke loves as well in the UK or in America. You've got, obviously, Gervonta Davis moved up. You've got Lomachenko fighting Teofimo Lopez. Even if Lopez doesn't win that fight, it's a massive fight for Luke afterwards. Great division to be in at the moment. So,
Yep.
big fight coming up.
You haven't got that many good names in your resume, have you? Only a few.
Yeah. I think I've boxed 3 former world champions and 2 3-weight world champions so far. So let's keep adding them up.
But experienced fights like Linares, Lomachenko should put you in good stead for this against.
Yeah, massively. I feel like now, I feel like I'm getting better with age. I feel like I'm just coming into my prime. I look back at the Lomachenko fight, and I look back at my performance, and I feel so much things I can do better. And you know, now we're going to put it into this next training camp, make a few little tweaks, adjustments, and you're going to see the best of me in my next fight.
Forgot to say Ryan Garcia as well.
What
big
one out of all those kind of names? Obviously, we know you've got this fight coming up, but out of all those kind of Haneys and Garcias, what one is it? The Haney fight for you? That you?
Listen, they're all top names and they're all very good fighters, and I want to fight the best. You know, this is what it's about. I'm coming into my prime now, and I want to fight the best of the best.
Obviously, having him since he turned pro, you wouldn't think it was mission complete until he wins a world title.
No, not at all, because when we started out, the aim was only to be a world champion. And he would have been a world champion if he'd have been gifted some easier paths, you know. And I think he's got a little bit of a bee in his bonnet, which is a good thing, you know, about Devin Haney, who he was supposed to fight Haney for the WBC world title. But then he fought Lomachenko, Haney fought Abdullayev, got elevated to full champion, then he got injured, so Luke's now going to take his place. Then eventually they might meet. But if Luke beats Fortuna, which I believe he does, I'd also like to see him fight Jorge Linares, because he done such a great job getting rid of the Von Mendy defeat. I'd like to see him wipe the slate clean with Linares as well, and then maybe one day he can wipe the slate clean with Lomachenko as well. So, yeah. But I think that him against, I don't think that Ryan Garcia is going to fight Jorge Linares. So for me, I'd like to see him win in April. I'd love to do him outdoors in Hull as his first defence against Jorge Linares. But we also know that part of the resolution from the WBC is to fight Devin Haney. So he's up for that fight. It's a massive fight in the UK or America. Devin's up for fighting everyone as well. But if there's an opportunity to have a voluntary defence, I think Luke against Jorge Linares in the UK would be fantastic. I mean, don't forget, we did 2 outdoor events for Luke Campbell. One was his professional debut, and the other one was Tommy Coyle. So to come home as world champion and fight Jorge Linares would be fantastic. So, you know, it's just about the Fortuna fight. That's it now for Luke. You know, he's a little bit up against it because he's in the US, but it's on our show, so he's going to be the home fighter. We couldn't get Fortuna out of the US. Luke wanted to try and do that in the UK, but you know, he's going to have everything on his side in terms of the promoter, the show, feeling comfortable. And he's just got to beat Javier Fortuna. A massive fight's ahead of him. If he becomes WBC world champion, forget the franchise stuff with Lomachenko. Lomachenko's going to fight Teofimo Lopez and then win, and then probably vacate, move down, whatever. So Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Jorge Linares, Teofimo Lopez, you know, they're massive fights. Like, the lightweight division's actually gone from a division that didn't have many super fights, Gervonta Davis as well, to having loads of super fights. It weren't so long ago where, even before Lomachenko was really around at 135, it went a little bit quiet in the division. And now I think it's probably one of the hottest divisions in the sport.
I bet you'd like to return to Hull at some point as well, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Especially as world champion.
Yeah. You know, to fight there outdoors again, it's amazing because the full city just get involved and they show the support. So going back there and being world champion and obviously defending it there would be amazing. But listen, it is what it is. I've got Fortuna in front of me. I know it's a tough fight, so I've got to beat him first, and then we'll look at what's next to come.
He's one of them fighters though that just will literally fight anyone, and he's obviously his record proves that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that Luke's a good example of, you know, when he lost to Yvonne Mendy, it kind of meant that I think so many fighters try and protect that unbeaten record, and he was supposed to beat Yvonne Mendy that night. And that might have actually been a good thing for him losing. I mean, he wasn't at the time, but he came back to avenge that. But he's not fearful of losing the O, because the O's gone. And sometimes when the O goes, it kind of gives you a new lease of life in your career, because you don't have to worry about, you know, taking these big fights. You know, he went over, he boxed in Philadelphia, he came back, boxed Lomachenko. He should have, you know, not a lot of people know, enough people know, but you know, he lost his father just before the Linares fight. He shouldn't really have fought that night, and in my opinion, he won that fight. You know, I had him winning by a round. Understand, we're over there. You know,
I had it 2 rounds.
Okay, well, don't get carried away. But without the knockdown, he would have 100% won that fight, and he wasn't in any way, shape, or form in the right frame of mind for that fight. And he didn't have the confidence as well that he has now. He shared the ring with Lomachenko. He's gone 12 rounds. He had a great fight with him. He's better than he's ever been under Shane McGuigan. His confidence is higher than it's ever been. So I really feel that if he boxes Linares now, I'll make him a huge favourite in that fight. And again, if he can wipe that one clean off the record, then you know it's a great record, and you shouldn't worry about. I think Luke's a good example of fighters who are worried about losing their own. He's lost 3 times in his career, but really I see him kind of as an unbeaten fighter. I know that sounds strange and people might think I'm mad, but he beat Mendy in the rematch. The Linares fight could have gone either way, and Lomachenko's Lomachenko, and he still put up a great fight against him. So we understand he's lost, but it doesn't mean anything, because if he comes back, beats Fortuna, fights Linares, fights Ryan Garcia, fights Devin Haney, he's all of a sudden in an unbelievable position. And I think because of the Lomachenko fight as well, he's got the ability to box on both sides of the Atlantic. So he's extremely popular. People will know him. They think Devin Haney, Luke Campbell is a massive fight. They think Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell is a massive fight in the States. And also he can box. He's already headlined a pay-per-view card. He can do that again, or he can box Linares. That's a Saturday night fight night. But Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, they're all potential pay-per-view fights in the UK. So he's in a great position. But now, the difference is now he goes into a fight that he's expected to win. And it's a very tough fight against Fortuna. He wasn't expected to beat Linares. He was a big underdog in the fight, although we fancied he'd do it. He wasn't expected to beat Lomachenko, but he's expected to beat Javier Fortuna. and it's a different kind of pressure. Just got to get through that fight, get the win, and then the massive fights are in front of him.
Sounds good.
Exciting times.
Absolutely. Edward, Luke, thank you very much for coming to iPhone TV. And
Talking of jackets,
I'm not.
I just know what I said was, what is this jacket?
What? I like this jacket.
This is,
What?
This is double layering. Oh, is it the mustard or the carrot?
Dave,
You're
one up
lucky
the
you're in
ribs.
shape, Dave,
Quick,
because
short,
you
sharp,
make
one up
it
the
look
ribs.
well.
But when you are in shape, you can get away with it.
Oh!
No, but that's why you'll never see me wearing a carrot blazer, because I would look like a fucking giant carrot.
Edward, thank you very much.
Alright.
Thank you, Luke.
Cheers.